Hold on to your seats because this isn't just another sunny morning on Good Morning America. This is a seismic collision of raw, unfiltered clash that turned a polished TV set into a battlefield of truth, ego, and humanity. We're diving into the unforgettable moment when Kevin Costner, Hollywood's rugged titan, stormed onto Michael Strahan's stage, eyes blazing like a desert inferno, ready to dismantle the glossy facade of mourning. TV, this wasn't an interview. It was a reckoning, a moment so electric, so real it left millions of viewers stunned, social media ablaze, and the industry reeling buckle up, because when these two giants collided, an NFL turned media star and cinematic legend sparks flew, egos bruised, and truths hit like a runaway freight train. Nothing was ever the same again. The stage is set dawn in the Big Apple. It's 5:30 a.m. in New York City, October 2025, and the city is just waking up. Taxis honk through the pre-dawn haze, their headlights cutting through the mist like knives. Street vendors fire up their coffee carts, the bitter aroma of espresso mingling with the crisp autumn air inside the ABC studios. The Good Morning America set is a masterpiece of controlled chaos. The glass desk gleams under scorching studio lights, reflecting a skyline backdrop that screams American optimism. Star stripes and a glittering cityscape blue armchairs, plush yet firm, are perfectly positioned for the cameras. The air hums with the scent of fresh paint, hairspray, and the faint buzz of electronics, warming up producers' pace with clipboards barking orders. Through headsets, camera 3 tighter on the desk, 1 snaps. Interns scurry, adjusting microphones, fluffing cushions, ensuring every coffee mug sparkles like it's auditioning for a close-up. This is morning TV, bright, bubbly. Packaged perfection. Smiles are mandatory, laughs are timed, and controversy, it's neatly wrapped into sound bites that vanish by noon. But today's something's off. A restless energy crackles through the crew, thicker than the steam rising from their overpriced lattes. Whispers ripple like wildfire. Costner's coming in hot. A stagehand mutters, "Heard." He's not here for fluff. The producers exchange nervous glances. They prep Michael Strahan, their king of charm, to keep it light. But the buzz, says Costner's, bringing a storm. The control room hums with tension, monitors flickering, headsets buzzing. This could go nuclear. Producer murmurs, half excited, half terrified. The king of the desk, Michael Strahan's world. Michael Strahan strides onto the set at 6 o'clock a.m., all 6'5" of him, exuding confidence. His navy pinstripe suit fits like it was stitched onto his frame, tie knotted with surgical precision. He's joking with the makeup artist about her new lipstick shade, bold choice, Lisa Lovett, and high-fiving the cameraman, who caught his good side last week. His megawatt grin could light up Times Square. Michael's an NFL titan turned media darling, a defensive end who sacked quarterbacks and now sacks interviews. With equal ease, he's interviewed presidents, pop stars, and everyone in between, always keeping it warm, inviting, bulletproof. The audience loves him, ratings love him. This is his domain, the Good Morning America desk, where charisma is king and every segment is a carefully choreographed dance. Today's guest, Kevin Costner, Hollywood legend, here to promote his new Western epic Horizon, an American saga. Michael schemes his notes. Costner's self-funded passion project, a multi-part series he poured $38 million of his own money into after walking away from Yellowstone. The producer's brief is clear praise. His legacy touched lightly on the Yellowstone exit drama pivot to Horizon. Keep it fun. Michael's done this 1,000 times. Greet the guest, toss softballs, rap. With applause, piece of cake, he leans back in his chair, practicing his laugh. Deep, warm, ratings gold. This'll be a breeze, he tells himself, but a tiny flicker of unease sparks in his gut. Costner's got a reputation. He doesn't do fluff. The gunslinger arrives. Kevin Costner's entrance outside a black SUV pulls up to the studio. No limo, no fanfare, just Costner. He steps out, hat low, sunglasses on. Despite the pre-dawn gloom, the doorman nods, recognizing a legend, but Costner just grunts, striding past. His boots click on the marble lobby floor, each step echoing like a warning shot. He's not here for pleasantries. His suit hangs loose, but sharp hair tousled just enough to say he doesn't chase perfection. Those steel blue eyes scan the room like a hawk, taking in the chaos of the backstage. Crew, producers swarm him, welcome Kevin, big fans. Let's keep it light and fun today, okay? But he nods absently, his mind elsewhere in the green room. He sips black coffee, scrolling his phone. Maybe he's reading early reviews of Horizon, or texting his daughter about her college exams. He's here for business, sure, but also to defend his art. Morning shows are fluff machines churning out smiles and sound bites, but maybe, just maybe, he can slip in something real today. Costner's no stranger to battles. He's carried epics, dances with wolves, the postman, Yellowstone stories that weigh heavy with truth, sacrifice, and the soul of the American West legends. don't do small talk, they own the story. And today he's ready to own this one. He thinks about the critics calling Horizon derivative the whispers about his Yellowstone exit, the years of Hollywood nonsense, fake smiles, shallow questions he's tired with. Today he's not playing their game. The audience, a powder keg waiting to ignite. The audience files in a mix of tourists in bright sweaters and fans clutching GMA mugs. A woman from Ohio whispers to her friend, "I love Kevin," so dreamy oblivious to the earthquake about to hit a family from Texas. Debates the subway system. A retiree from Florida checks his phone, hoping to spot a celebrity. They're here for the spectacle, the free coffee, the chance to be on TV. Little do they know they're about to witness history. The air buzzes with anticipation. The crowds chatter, a low hum under the studio's bright lights. A young couple in the back row holds hands, excited but clueless about the storm brewing. Countdown to chaos. The tension builds. 5 minutes to air. The floor manager counts down, her voice sharp over the headset. Places people, the energy spikes, cameras gliding like sharks' lights, scorching the air. Michael adjusts his tie, skimming his script one last time. Costner emerges from the green room, striding to the guest chair with the deliberate gait of a gunslinger entering a saloon. No small talk, no pleasantries. He sits the leather creaking under him and stares at the cameras like they're opponents in a duel. The crew freezes, sensing that something's brewing. A makeup artist dabs final touches on Michael's face. A sound guy tests, levels his hands, shaking slightly. Costner's a calm island in a frantic sea, radiating intensity that clashes with the set's hyper-polished vibe. 10 seconds, the countdown hits. Like a pulse, Michael leans and murmuring, "Gonna be a blast, man." Costner nods, once barely, his gaze locked on the camera's red light. It's not excitement in his eyes, it's resolve, like he's staring down a rival. Not a host of music swells and fades. The stage is set. The clash begins. A spark ignites. "Good morning, America." Michael's voice booms, warm and confident, slicing through the studio's electric hum. "We got a treat today. Hollywood legend Kevin Costner here to talk his new Western series, Horizon." An American side of the audience erupts, clapping like trained seals, their enthusiasm a mix of genuine fandom and morning show reflex. Costner gives a curt smile, a wave, more duty than joy. He's here for business, not the circus. Michael pivots, all charm. "Kevin, welcome back. Always a pleasure." Costner nods, "Thanks for having me." His voice is gravely measured, carrying a weight that hushes a room on the surface. It's perfect. Two pros easing into banter. But beneath, the spark ignites. Costner's eyes meet Michael's, not friendly chatter, but a silent challenge. "Show me what you've got." The applause fades. Michael dives in, script in hand. "Kevin, you're back in the Western world, a genre you've owned for decades. Some folks say this feels like familiar ground. What's your take?" The question lands casual, a tennis lob, but it's loaded. The producers fed Michael that line based on reviews, calling Horizon a retread of Costner's past hits. It's meant to be soft, but Costner hears a jab. He pauses 2 long seconds, fingers drumming once on his knee. The crew feels that the air thickens, smiles falter. Michael's grin holds, but his eyes flicker. Costner lifts his head, voice steady, but edge familiar ground. That's a loaded way to put it. Michael, the words land like a punch, quiet but sharp. Michael chuckles, trying to deflect. "Well, you've given us Dances with Wolves, open range, Yellowstone masterpieces. Fans just wonder how this one stands out." Costner leans back, appraising Michael like a chess master spotting a weak move. "Let me flip this." Michael, back in your football days, did you stick to one play, or did you read the field and adapt? Michael blinks, caught off guard. "I was a defensive end, tackling, not throwing." Audience laughs, but it's uneasy, sensing the shift. Costner presses, his voice calm but relentless. "The American West isn't old ground, it's timeless survival. Sacrifice the soul of this nation. You think those tales expire just because I've told them before?" Michael nods, posture stiffening. Of course, not just curious about the fresh angle. Costner's eyes narrow, curious, or fishing for drama. The words hang heavy, slicing through the studio's polished veneer. The control room buzzes, producers swapping, panicked looks. "Do we break?" Someone whispers. No one moves. The tension coils like a spring. The battle heats up, egos collide. Michael adjusts his tie, sweat beading under the lights. "Look, Kevin, we're just chatting." Costner tilts his head. "Chatting or scripting a gotcha?" Michael's charm cracks, his voice rising. "That's unfair. I've been respectful." Costner counters, cool as steel. "Respect means prep." Michael not tossing lazy jabs. The audience shifts, whispers rippling like wind. Through leaves a woman in the front row, clutches her mug eyes wide. A man films on his phone, muttering, "This is wild." Costner does relent, shows like this, treat guests like prop, smile, answer, fluff, move on. "I'm not here for that." Assembly line. Michael stands chair, scraping loud mics, catching buzz, amplifying the drama. He towers over the desk, but Costner stays seated, unflinching. The power flips. One man's rage versus another's poise. You don't dictate. My show, Michael snaps Costner's. Eyes don't waver him, not him calling out the facade. The words fly like knives, Michael defensive. I've grilled world leaders with class, Costner, unrelenting. Then why does this feel scripted? The room's a pressure cooker. Now the crew's frozen. A sound guy forgetting to adjust his knob. A producer whispering ratings are spiking. The audience is rapt, some leaning forward, others exchanging stunned glances. A retiree in the back thinks of his old arguments with his son over politics. A young woman nods, remembering her last family fight. The turning point truth breaks through. Michael's shoulders slump, his anger giving way to reflection. All right, Kevin, what should I have asked? Costner softens just a fraction. Why I left Yellowstone, comfort kills art. I needed risk truth. The conversation pivots raw and deep. Costner opens up about Horizon, two brothers torn apart by the Civil War, a mirror to today's divided America. It's not just a Western. He says it's about loyalty, betrayal, family split by politics, friends lost, arguments we've stopped. Listening started labeling. Michael listens as walls crumbling. You're right. I went surface, they dive deeper. Costner Horizon shows the grayed out fear moments where both brothers question everything. Truth lives or not in sermons. Michael softer now. So how do you show that without picking sides? Costner, you don't judge, you show the human behind the enemy. Empathy isn't agreeing, it's understanding we've lost. That the audience leans and a man in row 3 wipes his eyes, thinking of his estranged brother. A teacher nods, picturing her students' heated debates. Costner continues, I put $38 million of my own money into Horizon, mortgage my ranch, risky sure, but safe art is dead. Michael exhales, damn. That's bold, a bond. Costner sharing stories of his divorce, keeping his kids grounded. Michael opening up about fatherhood, the pressures of his post-NFL life, the aftermath, a cultural earthquake. The segment ends, but the impact is eternal. Michael to the camera. Kevin Costner's Horizon premieres next week. If today tells us anything's going to be real, Costner nods. All I do is tell the truth. Hope it hits home. The lights dim, applause thunders, and the crew exhales. Producers high five. Ratings are through the roof. The audience leaves buzzing. Social media exploding. Costner Strahan trends, clips hitting millions of views. Pundits debate, was Costner rude or revolutionary? Horizon releases to mix reviews, but the post-interview buzz drives crowds. It's gritty realism and Sienna Miller's standout performance. Silence. Skeptics, don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Subscribe for more powerful video.